eye exercise. All right, we got the drone in effect. Let's see if we can listen. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, I crashed that motherfucker. Wait, here he come. Wait, damn. Come back, bitch. Oh, shit. He died. Wait. How the fuck you turn left in this bitch? Oh, shit. Oh, man, I'm ducking shit. Oh, I done hit a tree. Oh, damn. It's in the tree. It's in the tree. Fight out. Watch away. Oh, he got fired. Oh, shit. Motherfucker saying he's doing this stuff, too. You fell in another tree. Get your ass out. Oh, shit. I done lost the drone in the tree. So I guess that's the end of this workout. The next workout gonna be me climbing this motherfucking tree. So I might need some no-show organic deodorant. Anyway, man, love others, love yourself. Grab yourself. One. Man, welcome to the Dirty Folks Podcast. I am your main man, Dirty Folks, and I appreciate y'all being here, man. Today we gonna have a book report, man. We doing a book report. Read along with me. We may even have an open panel depending on participation awards. But I was talking to the little men's here a couple of days ago, and he was asking me why I do what I do, and I'm like, because there's historical precedent. Then I realized colors don't read. Colors do just enough to get out of school, and school doesn't teach. They never ask, yo, why do you do that? That doesn't make sense. So we're going to get right into it. I want to talk about when the women, gays, and I don't know if it was no felons, but definitely women and gays, nigga. Definitely women and gays. When the women and gays sold black culture to the Semites. And the story starts with somebody who was absolutely innocent, but I'm going to bring her into this because I want you guys to understand that everything that you were taught is a lie. Anything that a woman has ever told you in your life was a lie. So this, what's going on with my buttons? Here we go. This particular woman right here is absolutely innocent, but this is Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells was a journalist who wrote a lot about the freed slave experience. Although she's innocent in this today's story, which is very rare for a colored girl, very, very rare, you know what I mean? But she does dispel a lot of myths, and she does set up for the guilty parties. So Ida B. Wells was born in 1862. That's just where I want to start. She was born in 1862. For those who know and don't know, you know what happened in 1862, gentlemen? The Civil War. As a matter of fact, from 1862 to 1865 were the years of the Civil War. Now, her being born in wartime that's not it. The important part is, and I'm not going to go deep into her, I just want to make a quick point, that she was an American investigative journalist, an educator, an early leader in the civil rights movement. Yeah, that's true. And she was one of the founders of the NAACP. We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to put a pin in the NAACP. We'll definitely come back to that. The point is that she was born in slavery, but she was an American investigative journalist and an educator. Let me explain something to you guys. Everything they tell you is a lie, my nigga. Everything. They want to tell you that blacks couldn't read, right? That's what they told you, right? The slaves can't read. So you telling me somebody born a slave, she grew up, quote unquote, free, but not really. person born a slave was not only educated but also teaching. So who taught her? Think about this. Who taught her? You started learning your alphabet around 3 years old. When she was 3 years old, slavery was still popping. The Emancipation Proclamation speech was happening. Who taught her? My guess would be grandma, right? Because grandma has the most disposable time at that point in time. Here's another thing: black women loved white men back then during slavery. We'll put a pin in that too. That'll come up later. Another pin, just like any other job, black people or slaves, as you will, had a retirement plan. So every slave was retired by 50 years old. That's how even on the movie Roots, as fictional as it was, the fiddler didn't work. The fiddler just fiddled. When you look at um Django, Steven didn't work. Steven just Steven. I don't exactly know what Steven did. But he didn't work. Once you hit a certain age, you had a retirement plan. That's no different than you going to the service for 20 years and you can retire. No different than you getting the gold watch when people still had a job at the factory and you retire. It sounds crazy because you saw small children picking cotton, but that's racism in your eyes and your heart, because you also know at that same time white kids were working in factories, right? That's why we have child labor laws. All children were starting at like 6 7 years old because there was just certain things that grown men couldn't fit in, so they were cleaning gears on the mechanisms and things like that. Jim Crow is what y'all think slavery is, but I digress. All I want to show you is these are the times in which we live in. I'm not going to really talk about Ida B. Wells because she was a founder of the NAACP. She was that one person. You know how you had that one good person that can pull off a caper? Like, I don't trust some other four people, but you got Ida with you. Like, Ida good people. Ida good people. Like, if Ida say you good people, I'm gonna fuck with you. I really don't trust y'all, but if Ida say you cool, I'm gonna fuck with you. Ida got it through. WB Du Bois gets all the credit, but Ida was the person who got it through as far as making people accept it. But we'll put a pin in that. I just wanted to give y'all the timeline with Ida, that people were reading, people were getting money. I'm gonna wait. There's something else I wanted to show you because I know she was part of it. Before they joined the NAACP, Ida was part of a. I used to always tell you guys the name of the group was the Black Women's Coalition, but I just realized that I was misquoting. The name of it was, it's probably on the next link. Um, we're gonna come back to that one. The National Association of Colored Women's Clubs. The National Association of Colored Women is where white women got they manuscript for feminism. It was a bunch of black women who hated men, who didn't want to be with men, not black men. They all wanted white men, but it was illegal. And they got together to pool their money and pool their resources and be able to have their own autonomy without needing a black man. And if they got a black man, they'll get a broke dude so they can run them. Just like today, basically. Just like today. There's nothing has changed about black women. Men have changed. Women have always been what they are. I'll prove it in a minute. Don't even worry. This is the person I want to talk about. This traitorous person right here, man. This traitorous person right here. This is Madam C.J. Walker. How come that's not even a fucking name, yo? I found out that I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That is amazing.
That's not even a name, bro. Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove, which means she was one of the breeding slave that shit that was busters. Basically, that's what that means. Breedlove mean buster, nigga. She was born Sarah Breedlove. She married a man named what's his name? Curtis Walker. Anyway, his name is C.J. Walker. So she became Madam C.J. Walker. So she stole her first husband's name. She was married 3 times, and she didn't know all her husbands were white men. So don't worry about the fact that she was, that like she loved to do. Kind of like Tina Turner. How Tina Turner name wasn't Tina Turner, but she stole Ike's name and ran with it. Like her first name wasn't Tina, her last name wasn't Turner. Like that. Madam C.J. Walker name was not C.J. Walker. That bitch got an alias. She a rapper, nigga. She a rapper. Anyway, I want to slide down. Cause y'all, what Madam C.J. Walker did is she did the common everyday black girl magic shit. She was broke. She sucked dick for money. Somebody gave her a couple of dollars. She opened up a beauty salon. The same thing toddlers are doing today. Ain't really no difference between these toddlers to this day.
Hey y'all, Masters are coming. He's a coming, y'all. Masters are coming. Here we come.
Look, guys. Yes.
Then after she had a hair shop, I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. After she had a hair shop, she started after she had a beauty salon, she started taking other people's hair products, right? And incorporating them and started her own brand. So, and then she got distribution by the Semites because black women really don't know how to do shit. So the Semites put her on, but it is what it is. Madam C.J. Walker was also a part of the National Association of Colored Women's Clubs. They had a women's loyal union. I'm not making this up, it's right here. They had a women's loyal union. Basically, like I said, they didn't call it feminism, but it's right now. Your toddler's still there. Like, I ain't like that. Wait, I gotta use a voice.
I'm not like that, and I don't know no women like that. Ain't none of I'm an honest hoe, and all my hoes is honest. Man, no, everything men for. Ain't no bad women. All us doing great.
They've been doing this for 100 years. For 100 years, they have been trying to get away from black men. You keep calling them your women, and they keep saying, I don't fuck with them niggas like that. Now y'all on panels trying to, how can we get together? They never wanted you. Never. This ain't even really a toddler thing. Like this pod ain't about tolerance. This pod is about how they sold Black America. I just want to give you guys my vantage point on why I tell you we need to try, but we need to separate from the black woman and just as black men build from scratch. Stop rebuilding shit. Stop trying to save shit. All that shit. I ain't running nowhere. I ain't getting no passport for a bitch. I got a passport, but I ain't using it for a bitch. I will choke a bitch right here in America, nigga. You think I won't?
Hell no. To the no.
That ain't even what I meant. I done switched my numbers.
My congeniality is fucked. I have no sensors, and I need to be stopped.
We'll come back to him. I want to show you guys something real quick. Because this is a book report. There's going to be a lot of reading or a lot of me paraphrasing what we're supposed to be reading. But I found this very entertaining and very telling because there's nothing new under the sun. These bitches been ain't your friend. This woman right here is Madam C.J. Walker's first daughter. Well, only daughter. Only daughter. Here's the thing. When women get money, I want to show you 3 things. Number 1, the name of this, there's no spoiler alert. Madam C.J. Walker's daughter who blew through her fortune. The first black American millionaire. That's a misnomer right there, man. That's some bullshit. She was not the first black O.W. Gurley had guap. A lot of people had guap. The reason they say she's the first black millionaire is because black is only for women, gays, and felons. So she's the first woman with $1 million. Thus, she's the first black millionaire. I need you guys to understand. tell you guys all the time, when black men do something, they name the thing. When black women do something, they name the woman. But she was not the. Ain't never been a woman to do something before a man ever in the history of any culture, nigga. Any demographic, any nationality, any religion. There's never been a woman to do something greater than a man at any point in history. Not to be the first. Oprah's the first black billionaire woman. She's not the first black billionaire. Women has never done anything first. But I digress. So I was looking for the video. There's actually a video, but I can't find it. It was talking about Madam C.J. Walker's 3 husbands and why she kept divorcing her husbands, because she really wanted a white man, but it was illegal for her to be with white men. So she kept cheating on her husband with Jewish men. She was a race trader, a fat, ugly race trading bitch with a couple of dollars. And every husband became worse and worse, just like the women you see today. The best man they'll ever get, they'll be in their 20s. Those marriage proposals they turn down thinking it's going to get better, it only gets worse. She can't get the woman at 40, she got at 20. So that happened to Madam C.J. Walker. So now she a rich bitch fucking with, bum niggas as she go along, wishing she could have a Jewish man. And I was looking for that video to prove to you that these bitches have never been loyal to you. But because Madam C.J. Walker was born in 1867 or 1868. I can go back and look, but it was 2 or 3 years after the Civil War. So it was massive segregation. People still didn't know they weren't slaves yet, all type of shit. And she was looking for white dick. But they're trying to tell you that during slavery, Massa was raping them. These bitches been looking for the D, nigga. These lying assholes. If you listen to them with clothes on, they lying. If you listen to a nigga that got his name from a woman and his game from a woman, that nigga confused too. Anyway, this is his daughter. This is her daughter, rather. It's a 26-minute video. I ain't playing the whole 26 minutes. I want to play this one segment. Apparently, she took all of Madam C.J. Walker's money, and since she was an ugly bitch with no talent, just an ugly fat bitch with no talent, she decided that she was going to be a socialite. So she was up $1 million in 1920. That is equivalent, and they'll tell you, I think they said it was equivalent to $16 million today. She blew $16 million throwing parties, but not just throwing parties. I'll show y'all something else. What's poppin', Snow? I'll show y'all something else. Let's go.
Like Alelia's friend, Carl Van Vechten, who was a writer and patron of the Harlem Renaissance.
Hold on, bro. Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. They're about to make me run a commercial. Give me a second to get off this commercial.
3.
I want to show you the type of people that your strong, black, independent women would deal with when she get her check. All that cool shit she tell you when you get money and you date out. Look at the type of motherfuckers they deal with when they get a check. And this is in the 19-teens, 1920s. Matter of fact, Madam C.J. Walker died in 1919, and I remember that because my grandmother was born in 1919. So this is in 1919, 1920, something like that. I'm going to give y'all a spoiler alert. Jews, gays, gay Jews, dykes, gays, bisexuals. That's her people. Oh, my bad. I turned the volume on.
Meaning that her parties were interracial, a thing that was almost unheard of in the 1920s, especially for a black. It's the fact that they were in what people would call mixed company, meaning that her parties were interracial, a thing that was almost unheard of in the 1920s, especially for a black hostess. At that time, having interracial party guests was more common for white hosts, like Alelia's friend, Carl Van Vechten, who was a writer and patron of the Harlem Renaissance. Along with the races of...
I'm gonna let let it play, but they're telling you this blonde haired, blue eyed gay man is one of the founders of the Harlem Renaissance. Maybe I should do that video next. But I keep telling you, these are your founders of black culture. Anyway, I just want y'all to get a look at the king of Harlem. That's crazy to me, man.
Her guests being different from each other, so were their occupations and backgrounds. At any given Alelia Walker affair, you could find artists, English Rothschilds, dancers, French princesses, jazz musicians, Russian dukes, poets, mobsters, prize fighters, and white movie celebrities. Some of the people were heterosexual, some of them were homosexual. She was especially fond of homosexuals at a time when most people in Harlem weren't. She didn't deal with homophobic people, at least not those who were openly homophobic. If they were, they would have to hold their tongues if they wanted to be at her gatherings. She wanted her homes to be safe places for everyone, especially homosexuals, to socialize. Her multiple elegant brownstones and her mansion were open to anyone who she deemed to be interesting enough and daring enough to enter. Her parties were legendary and earned her the title the Joy Goddess of Harlem from Langston Hughes. Along with Langston Hughes, who was often in attendance, were sociologist W.E.B. Du Bois, writer James Weldon Johnson, jazz singer Alberta Hunter, author Zora Neale Hurston, and poet Countee Cullen, all huge names in the Harlem Renaissance. Some of her parties were more on the tame and quiet side.
No, I wanted y'all to see that. I had to actually do research to find out if W.E.B. Du Bois was a closet gay, because everybody else on that list was gay. Lesbians, gays, them all. I see the Irishman in the chat. He wants me to rescind my quotation of the white man. He was an Aryan Jew. He was a Jewish Aryan, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jewish man. You happy? You happy, Snow? Anyway, this is how far back it goes. The alliance with the Jewish community and gays against heterosexual black men. So, let's continue. Let's continue. Because this is a book report. That was just a video aid. Her mama wanted a Jewish man. She wanted to be a Jewish man, I guess. I don't know. They ugly ass. Both of them ugly ass people. Money made them look better. During that same time, those in Chicago, y'all will be familiar with this name. While they were doing their thing in Harlem, and Ida B. Wells. Shout out to Ida B. Wells, man. Ida, I'm gonna go back to Ida real quick. Ida being the slave, the woman born in slavery who wasn't supposed to read, however, learned how to read from another black person that was deep into slavery, her grandma, who was totally a slave. So y'all can't tell me that slaves were illiterate. Y'all just don't like education. Y'all can't tell me that slaves was getting raped all the time because all these bitches had they had beige babies, all of them. I can actually pull up a cover of the very first Ebony magazine ever. It's called Ebony, and everybody on that motherfucker red ball, nigga. Everybody light skinned, nigga. Ain't even a brown skinned girl on the first cover of Ebony. Everybody was yellow. How does everybody become yellow unless they fucking everybody? Black women have always been anti-black man. The necessity of Jim Crow made the marriage rate grow up because they had to be with black men. They have never wanted black men. Not since Pocahontas sucked that pink dick, nigga, and told them how to get through the Appalachian Mountains. Not since Elizabeth Key Stanton went to went to the newly formed Congressional Congress and told them, yo, black men should be chattel slaves, but if a black woman sleep with a white man, she should be free. That's law. These bitches have never been your fucking friend. Ever. For 50 years, they were forced to date you. That's it. Those 50 years of Jim Crow, they were forced to be with you. They weren't with you before, and they're not trying to be with you now unless they have no other options, because they're the lowest on everybody else's list. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, Snowman say, once you go pink, you can no longer think. Let me tell you something, Snow. I need to find a rhyme for that, but I would replace pink with dick, right? Anybody I know that ever sucked a dick gets dumb, bro. Men and women. The gays be dumb, the girls be dumb, the bisexual niggas be dumb. Once you suck a dick, you can't think. I gotta find a rhyme for that. We gonna work on it. Anyway, it must be something in semen, cause everybody dumb. Anyway, I digress. And if you weak for girls, it's probably because you eating out a girl who was fucking another dude and you got secondhand semen on you, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Hell no. To the no, no, no.
Semen make you dumb. Anyway, I digress. So here's the thing. Ida B. Wells, and this is all I want to show you. I want to talk about somebody else real quick. I just want to make the connection. Because Ida B. Wells is that token good person. Not even just token Negro. Like, it's a lot of Negroes. Token good person. That one good person that can make everybody else ride. Like, I don't fuck with. It's kind of like us right now, right? It's a lot of people that don't fuck with Angry Snowman, but they fuck with dirty folks. They're like, I don't fuck with Snowman, but I fuck with you dirty. Like, she's the dirty folks of her time, nigga. She the one that bring people together, right? So, but she a good people's though. I ain't got no diss on Ida B. Wells, right? Except the fact she a slave that know how to read and write and teach. But, you know, I don't have beef with that. I'm just showing you that all that shit they tell you is bullshit. Anyway, Wells was born in St. Louis. But no, that's true. She was born into slavery in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Then she moved to St. Louis. She ended up in Chicago, Illinois. So she a Mississippi girl born in slavery, moved to Chicago, Illinois. And now the reason I'm telling y'all this is because now we have to go and talk about Henry Horner. Those in Chicago, y'all know about the Henry Horner projects. I ain't never know who Henry Horner was. I just know they named projects after. And the Henry Horner projects, ironically, are right behind the Ida B. Wells projects. Well, they were. They tore them down now, but that just goes to show behind every good black woman is a Jewish man, nigga. Anyway, Henry Horner apparently was a mayor of Chicago during the Great Depression during the 1920s. He was born Henry Levy to a man named Solomon Abram Levy. There is no more Jewish name than Levy, my nigga. I'm sorry, bro. Levy is a pretty Jew name. He changed his name to Horner because his mama name was Horner, and when his mom and dad got divorced, he took his mom's maiden name. It's kind of gay, but whatever. Anyway, so Henry Horner was part of the liaison that got Ida B. Wells to link up with the other Jewish community to fund the NAACP. That's all I got to say about him. I'm just putting the pieces together because they'll tell you that Ida B. Wells was a founder of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and she was a founder. How did she get there? Most of them people from New York. How did she get there? The goddamn Jewish mafia connection, my nigga. From that nigga Henry Horner. Let me show you guys something else. Hold on. Let's come later. Put that over there. These are the founders of the NAACP. Ida B. Well, let me make this bigger because I'm not going to click every picture. Man, like as y'all come in, man. Send your heart, donate to the daycare.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much.
Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please kind sir?
Ida B. Wells, who was loved by all, right? She the connect. Mary White Ovington. Mary White Ovington was an American socialist. She a party girl, right? Everybody part of the suffrage movement. Every goddamn girl a sufferer, man. I don't care about that shit. She a goddamn socialite. Anyway, Mary Overton, Morford Story, another young Jewish man, a lawyer, anti-imperial activist. That sounds like socialist to me. Anti-imperial just simply means socialist. And civil rights leader. The fuck? All right, cool. Henry Moskowitz, another fine Jewish man. Call himself a civil rights activist. This shit is crazy. Oh, he Romanian and he was Jewish. My bad. He was both. He was Romanian and he was Jewish. Yeah, I knew he was Jewish. Anyway, and Lillian Wald, another nice little Jewish lady. Call herself a humanitarian. She thought she was Mother Mary Magdalene or Mother Teresa. She want to help the colors. When white women have too much money, they always want to help the colors, bro. They always want to save animals or save black people, bro. And then this traitor motherfucker right here, W.B. Du Bois, the most traitorous of all traitors. W.B. Du Bois only joined because he didn't like Marcus Garvey, he didn't like Booker T. Washington, and he felt slighted by Frederick Douglass because he thought he was going to give Frederick Douglass spot because he went to a white school. Everybody else went to a historically black university. He ain't go to no HBCU. He went to a white school, so he should lead the colors. That shit don't even make sense when you say that shit out loud. I think whites, so I should lead the blacks. That don't even sound right when you say it out loud. But so he linked up with a bunch of white people, and if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it was Henry or Moorfield, but those were the first presidents of the NAACP. As a matter of fact, the National Association for Colored People didn't have a colored person as a president until 2008. There's been Jews running the NAACP all the way into the turn of the 21st century. That's just facts. Y'all can Google it. These Jews, these are the people who won the fight for black culture. A bunch of Jews. Everything you think is black comes off the TV set from Jewish people to tell you how to act, tell you what's real for your demographic. These are the leaders of black America. The Jews, the Semites. I want to give you guys the other side of the story. I'm going to take a quick break. But this is what happened when you don't train your toddler, really, though. Honestly, this is what happened when you don't train your toddler. She go out here in these streets, get her own money, like C.J. Walker did, like Ida B. Well did. They go out there, get their own money, make their own friends. They not tribally loyal. They don't fuck with you. They don't care that you black. They just need you to be a soldier in their war. Train your toddler, man. Please train your toddler.
Toddler, secretary. The only difference is training. Learn how to be the boss of your relationship. Enroll today. And be sure to subscribe to Toddler Tales on YouTube for your daily dose of dating don'ts.
All right, before we get into the commercial, before we get into it, man, I had one more thing I was supposed to show you. I didn't have it in order. That's my fault. I have one more thing I want to show you guys about how they linked up to do the NAACP, and then I'm gonna get to the other side, the losing side, the losing side, of this racial war, and I'll explain to you why they lost, who lost, why they lost, and why it's the perfect time to do it again. Let's do it again. Cha-cha, let's do it again. And how they would have won. They could have succeeded back then. No, they couldn't. They couldn't. It was a different time, but we can succeed now. All you gotta do is eliminate black women from your situation. It'll work out. Um,
February 12th.
You caught some.
bunch of dumb shit.
Now the nation's
Listen to this. This fact. She don't even look American. She look African. She, way too much makeup, but you know, whatever. A professor of history and Africana studies. Black bitches always want to study Africa. Bitch, study who your baby daddy is. Bitch, try that shit. Anyway, I digress. Damn, I missed a couple of things. Let's come back to that. We're gonna put a pin in that. Let's talk about the Niagara movement. This is another thing Whew. Okay. Do I still have that link up? I'll find it. We'll go back to that. I want to talk about the Niagara movement. All right, so the Niagara movement was a civil rights organization founded in 1905 by a group of activists to be where the black people come. W.E.B. Du Bois joined he wasn't the leader, but W.E.B. Du Bois joined that group. Decided that he didn't want to be around other heterosexual black men who wanted to run black culture. He wanted to be the head of. And whoever would let him be the token head, that's where he was going. That's why he was mad at Frederick Douglass, because he thought when Frederick Douglass died or retired that he would be the new face of black America. But Frederick Douglass handed that down to Booker T. Washington. So he hated Booker T for having the slot. And then Marcus Garvey came out of nowhere with his Jamaican ass. He ain't even American, but I digress. And then Marcus Garvey with all the cool hats took one step over WB again. So WEB just wanted to be the man just cuz. Just cuz. He just felt entitled to be the man. Like bitches do. He just felt entitled, like it was his place. So when he got to Niagara movement, and the Niagara movement wouldn't allow him to move how he wanted to move, he helped destroy the group of heterosexual black men and joined the Jews with the NAACP. So when they say it came off the back of the Niagara movement, and also in addition to Niagara movement, for the women's side, the National Association of Colored Women, and absorbed them too, because they needed the women to control the men. Right? Even all the way to this day, until Obama fucked up the spell, black men were voting and working with black women that were working against them. They needed the black women to control black men so black men didn't shoot up in the streets. So you had W.B. Du Bois trying to take all the rich niggas that he could, all the educated dudes, whatever, and he started what he called the Talented Tenth. That's his thing, the Talented Tenth, because he thought he was better than other colors. He really wanted to be a Jew boy. He probably sucked dick. Everybody who sucked dick don't think right. I'm telling you, it's a true story. And then every time I look at a bisexual motherfucker, they always dumb. And they needed to absorb the women's group, so they absorbed the women's national movement, what that was called, and those tenets of that group, white women took and made feminism. So everything that's against the black man was created in this era and sold to the Jewish community. You sold your alliance to the Jewish community with a black face. You mad at white people when they put black face on and tap dance, but all y'all leaders are black face Jews. And no goddamn, who said that shit? No zone. The Jews did not send me to lead the colors. Larry Hoover sent me to lead the colors. Shout out to Larry Hoover, the honorable chairman. Larry Hoover sent me to lead the colors. My hatred for old men and black women and Jews, to be honest, I'm an equal opportunity hater. I hate everybody except natural born American blacks, Irish, and Italians. The only three groups I like. I don't like black women. I don't like Africans, especially Nigerians. I have no problem with Africans. I don't like Nigerians. I, God damn it, and Jamaicans. Jamaicans is cool too. Jamaicans is cool too, except Marcus Garvey. But besides Marcus Garvey, Jamaicans is cool too. Anyway, I've been looking at this woman for 3 days. Cause I had this queued up for 3 days, guys, but I had a lot to do. You know, I got the federal thing going on, and I had a deadline that was due by midnight. So I've been humping my ass for the last 3 days, making sure I had all these applications, cause I'm going for like a $2.5 million grant, so I could save the colors, right? Um, but I've been for 3 days. I've been looking. Can is Mary Church Terrell? Is she a she obviously a mulatto or she is black? Is this a white woman with nappy hair or is this a black woman with a white pappy? I think it's a black woman with a white dad, which goes right back to these bitches been fucking since fucking was fucking these white boys. Red Illusion, that was racist, bro. That was racist. I do like barbecue though, all right, but I ain't no WB. I thought she, and to this very picture, I've been looking at her photos for 3 days, bro. I've been thinking this is a white woman the whole time. This might just be a mulatto with a nice outfit. I'm not sure. And why is everybody so goddamn ugly in the 1900s, bro? This shit is crazy. Everybody is so goddamn ugly. Anyway, she glossed over talking about the NAACP leadership has always been interracial, even though the membership is colored. Really, she ain't want to say it's always been run by Jews. We just running y'all niggas. I got less of a problem with the NAACP than I do with the Urban League, but I digress. Of all that. The point is the NAACP was run by the Jew boys, and Red Illusion said the people were cute, but they was poor. Poor people was cute, and rich people was ugly. And I kind of roll with that. I kind of roll with that, man. Same thing true, because ugly people work harder. Pretty people have pretty people privilege. They don't have to work hard to get a mate and barbecue. Ugly people got to work or they don't eat. I give you that. I give you that. All right, so let's do the other side of the palette. Before we do, though, shout out this Cash App real quick. Man, shout out to Harold, man, for the $5 Cash App, bro. He said, this is why I never took these black organizations seriously. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you, man. I ain't even got the thank you button no more.
I'm gonna drop a dime quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Yo, this is a crazy middle name, bro. Booker T. Washington. His name is Booker Taliaferro Washington. Taliaferro sounds like a hot ass car though, bro. I would drive a Taliaferro, man. I ain't going in front to you, bro. I don't even know what Taliaferro means. I don't know what language it is. Kind of sound Italian a little bit, maybe French. I don't know. But that's a cool ass middle name. Anyway, this is who they were fighting. They were fighting Booker T. Washington, whose entire agenda was that we already ran the trades because you came out of slavery knowing how to hoof horses, how to fix cars, how to build homes, how to do agriculture. Booker T's thing was, let's run these industries. They called him a fool, but the Mexicans are doing it right now, right? He said, let's run these industries and we'll just, do hard work. We'll have our own spot. And, we got pistols. We'll have money. White people can't do it, and we'll run this shit. So he was part of the heterosexual black man who wants to build his own industry, get his own money, and kind of be to himself, right? Kind of be to himself. In the course of his life, he did not die a rich man, but he had raised upwards, and we're talking in 1900s. We're talking 1905, 1903, some shit like that. I need to get a calculator. I'm about to look this shit up. He raised $1.7 million for black people. 1.7 million. I don't even know if it's on here because I clicked. Hold on, let me go back to this one. I know it said on this one. He raised $1.7 million. Oh, I just lied. He made $2 million, which is approximately $43.6 million in 2023 money. And we talking in 1903. No, I just lied. No, he died in 1915. This was 1903. 1905, one of them. Nigga, the equivalent of 43.6 million. Y'all can't see it, but it's on Wikipedia. Y'all can look it up. Good guap. He was like, let's get this money, then showed you the money. And the motherfucking women and gays and WB Du Bois went against them. Showed you the money. Showed you the plan. The reason that niggas are still marching 70 years later is because they don't want to listen to a man with a 7-year plan. He gave you the plan. People say, fuck you. Another person, when I tell y'all that she wasn't the first millionaire, another person who had the plan was a gentleman by the name of O.W. Gurley. I don't never had no picture of my man, though. He was born in 1867, 2 years after the Civil War ended. 1867. He died in 1935. Anyway, he was the owner of the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, now known as Black Wall Street. At the time, it was called Little Africa, but now it's called Black Wall Street. I got one more example to show you. Two more, actually. These were the men on the front line trying to push black as a culture ahead, right? They were creating the identity of black America. And that's why even to this day, like I keep telling you, when black men do a thing, they name the thing. When black women do a thing, they name the woman. A lot of people never even heard about O.W. Gurley. A lot of people heard about Booker T. Washington only because he debated with W.B. Du Bois, and that's the guy that they want to push, that the Jews want to push, because that's their guy. So they have to make Booker T look like a villain for WEB to be a hero. This is what they did. That 43 million in today's money, that $2 million, that $2 million endowment that they hustled up, Feds took it. Feds took it. He gave that money to Tuskegee. The Feds took the money and in a duplicitous way, by the way, and then gave everybody their syphilis. That was the Tuskegee experiment, giving everybody syphilis. They tried to kill off everybody who had a stake in that endowment, and they took the money. That's what happened. So that money gone. They raised that money gone. O.W. Gurley, Black Wall Street, he bought the land, he built the businesses, he owned and operated so much. He owned a bank in that particular area, he owned an insurance company. When the race riots happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the company because he was he owned an insurance company, but like it was a subsidiary of a bigger insurance company. They told him that none of his property was insured. They said for whatever reason, whatever means, he wasn't eligible for the insurance policy, so he lost everything. They took everything. Multi-million dollar man in the 1900s. They took it all back. They took everything. Damn, I just realized I sound like Eddie Griffith. Like they always want to put an asterisk by a black man name. They take everything from when you die, because they took everything from Michael Jackson after he died. They took everything from Prince after he died. They're trying to take everything from Bill Cosby. They're gonna take everything from Puffy. He next. Anyway, they took everything from those guys. I'm gonna show you another example. And this example is a two-parter because I want you guys to understand how quickly they'll change history on you. Oh no, I ain't even Walter White. I'm past talking about the NAACP, but y'all could tell Walter White is a Jewish man. I wonder what his real name is, because I know he wasn't born Walter White. He don't even look like a motherfucker that was born Walter White. I don't know. They ain't say he was named nothing else. It's an obviously Jewish man though. He was in control of the NAACP the entire time of the civil rights movement. All right, makes sense. Anyway, where I was going with it. I'm past that. All right. So the race riot of 1919. Why was Cosby's son deleted? Maybe to send a message. I said, why was Michael Jordan daddy killed? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, Chicago race riot of 1919. This is how they trick you in history, right? They want you to. This is what they want you to believe, and I'll read it. I'll read it because I want you to hear the official story. In early 1919, the socio-political atmosphere at Chicago was rapidly growing. Wait, the socio. Damn, it's too little. Hold on. I feel like Jap, like I can't read or something. All right. In early 1919, the socio-political atmosphere of Chicago around its rapidly growing black community was one of ethnic tension caused by long-standing racism, competition among new groups, an economic slump, and social changes engineered by World War I. With the Great Migration, thousands of African Americans, when the fuck they become African Americans? Thousands of coloreds from the South had settled next to neighborhoods of European immigrants on Chicago's South Side, near jobs in the stockyards, the meat packing plants, and other industries, right? Anyway, so let's go down. The turmoil came to a boil during a summer heat wave. These words little as shit. Hold on, guys. Because this is the official story right here. Turmoil came to a boil during a summer heat wave with the murder of a 17-year-old Eugene Williams, a black teenager, who inadvertently had drifted into a white swimming area at an informally segregated beach near 29th Street. A group of black youths were diving from a 14-foot by 9-foot raft that they had constructed. Shout out to them, man. They knew how to build shit. Shout out to them. When the raft drifted into the unofficial white beach area, one of the white beachgoers was indigent, and he began hurling rocks at the young men, striking Williams, and caused the teen to drown. When the black beachgoers complained that whites attacked them, violence expanded into neighborhoods. Tensions between groups arose in a melee, which became days of unrest. Black neighbors near white areas were attacked. White gangs went into black neighborhoods, and black workers going to and from work were attacked. Okay, so that's the official story. I want you guys to understand that the official story is that it started because Eugene is a very black name. I know Eugene was a black boy. because Eugene got hit in the head with a rock and fell in the water and drowned. Horrible, horrible incident. Horrible. I'm sure there was outrage. I'm sure there was. That's the official story. When I read the official story, I didn't expect to read that, right? I said, whoa, that's crazy, right? That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Because I know the story to be something else. This is the unofficial, but the real reason for the race riots of 1919. I'm not saying that Eugene wasn't part of it. I'm not saying he wasn't. But I'm telling you what their real goal, their real motive was. Jesse motherfucking Binger, baby. Jesse Binger, Chicago's first black banker. Let me tell you something. I know this story like the back of my hand. I couldn't remember his name, so I looked it up and they told me about Eugene. But let me tell you, I know this story like the back of my hand. Let me tell you what happened to Eugene. With Jesse. Let me tell you what happened to Jesse. So Jesse was minding his own motherfucking business, but he was flossing too hard, nigga. This motherfucker was crazy with the floss. Had a bad bitch. Matter of fact, shout out to Red Illusion, man. You right, it was bad bitches. They ain't take pictures. He had a bad bitch, bro. Little mulatto chick, you know, red bone, cause you know why not? They was in style, right? He had a little red bone bitch, caked up, draped up. He lived in an area in Chicago called Bronzeville. So the Hyde Park area and the Brownsville area were until single mothers like 20 years ago, all the way up until like the early 2000s, were very beautiful neighborhoods in Chicago, very beautiful. And they still alright, but they ain't beautiful no more because now they take Section 8, and you know everything go bad once you take Section 8. So anyway, so he lived in Brownsville. Now he was caked up, draped up. He kicking it. He got limos. He got bread. He got bad wife, nigga. You know what I mean? And white folks was hurt. They was hating, right? They was hating. This is some of the stuff he did, bro. Like, he came from Detroit. Detroit got hustlers. I could see it. Anyway, what they did was they tried to attack him. He went to go get some shooters. All right, hold on. Here we go. In July 1919, tensions erupted in the city's worst race riot, resulting in 38 dead, 537 injured, and about 1,000 people left homeless. After the riot, okay, so maybe Eugene was the riot. So right after the riot, Binger received a letter from the headquarters of the White Hands. Yo, that's crazy. Headquarters of White Hands. Is that you, Snowman? Yo, Snowman, is that your people? The headquarters of the White Hands. That sounds crazy, bro. That is absolutely crazy, bro.
That is amazing.
That's crazy. Anyway, which blamed him for they blamed him for the riots, told him to stop moving blacks into white neighborhoods, and warned him, you know what comes next, right? But Binger told Chicago Daily News, I ain't running. And he ain't run. He a motherfucking gangster, nigga. You don't get caked up, draped up, nigga. Anyway, he was a multi-million-dollar man, owned a bank. They burned his home. They burned his business. They stole all of his policy papers. Every dime, all his policy papers. There was no FDIC back then. So the end of the story is Binger died in poverty on June 13th, 1950 at the age of 35. Shit crazy. I say all that to say this. There was a time in America that probably went all the way to the 2000s, right? Because even in the 1990s, man, they was trying to hit us with RICO. Shit, nah, 2000s, they hit us with the Patriot Act. There has never been a time in America, now that I think about it, there has never been a time in America where they really want to see you caked up, draped up, independent of a Jew being your daddy. It has never been a time, and it could have been mob related. It probably was, because we talking around the same time of Al Capone. It could have been, but there was also Chicago mobs too that kept people off their ass. Chicago gang culture is crazy. They talk about New York and Cali gang culture all the time, but the names of Chicago gang culture is crazy. Um, I digress. They want the same way in South Africa, they got the Chinese in their business, and in North Africa, they got the French in their business. In America, they want the Jews in your business. There's not a time in which they want to see you without a handler. That's why they come to you when you're young and ambitious. And they offer you the bag because they see your potential. Everybody can see the potential of greatness in a man, except for black women and black men who like black women. Everybody else, every white girl can sit on the bench and watch her boyfriend practice for 2 hours, and then they walk home from school together. Every race of woman goes to college and comes home with a husband. If she's smart, she looking for a smart dude, she goes to the engineering department and becomes a tutor or gets tutored. If she pretty, she goes to the athletic dorm and try to fuck a football player. Either way, everybody sees potential. Money ain't potential. They say the money gonna come with the potential and the drive this motherfucker got. The money gonna come. I'ma stick with this motherfucker. He's a winner. He's a rising star. Everybody but the colors. The colors try to destroy their best and brightest. So what ends up happening, your best and brightest have to go to other groups in order to get whatever they're trying to get. So the Jews put you in the pocket young. I ain't got them Jew phone calls a few times. It's not a day go by. I've shown y'all the emails before. Ain't a day go by that the Jews don't send me another email or call me 17 times a day to offer me $350,000 every fucking day. Man, dirty folks, we like what you're doing. We like you. I mean, your valuation's great. Oh, you got commercials. Oh, you're gonna be great. Only thing you need is a couple of dollars so you can run we'll help you get in the market. We'll help you with distribution. Man, you ever thought about Trader Joe's? Ain't a motherfucking day go by that these fucking Jews don't offer me $250,000 to $350,000 for just a little piece of your business. Just give you a credit line, just to have me in their pocket. And every day I tell them, look, man, I got a dad. I don't like when I owe this nigga. I show them when I owe another man's dad. I'm straight. I come to the people and I offer y'all penny stocks. And man, if y'all see the potential in what dirty folks doing, buy some penny stocks. Once we got them and hit the quota 100,000. Once they hit the quota, we go public. The IPO quadruple immediately. Motherfucker, give me 4 cents, man, get 16 cents back. That's a crazy flip. Cause I'd rather feed people who believe in the process than have another daddy. I don't need another daddy. The WB Du Bois shit is needing another daddy. Niggas always want a daddy. Puffy need a Clive Davis. Barry Gordy need a Clive Davis. Everybody need a daddy. Daddy want to bust you in the ass. Fuck, all right, I bust in the ass. Daddy got money. Everybody want to. They move like women. Men don't need much to be alright. Air mattress and paper plates, nigga. I got my own apartment. Air mattress, paper plates. Men don't need much to be alright. Women need a matching bedroom and living room suite with curtains and drapes and goddamn it, a china cabinet. So I got dishes I can't use. They just here next to the dishes I can use. Like, women need that shit. So it's a material thing. And they looking for a sugar daddy. You ever realize that athletes can't really do anything for their community? Like they can't talk bad like you. They can't say shit. Kyrie can't say shit. You saw what happened to Kyrie. You saw what happened to Abdul Rauf, right? Chris Jackson. You saw what happened to damn, that's my guy too. Craig Hodges. You see what happened anytime a man that's paid by a Jew decides that, man, I want to be my own independent, autonomous man. Never hear from him again. Not Craig Hodges somewhere in the north suburbs, coaching high school basketball. Chris Jackson playing for the big three. Kyrie still doing this thing, but Kyrie can't even talk. I ain't even seen Kyrie doing interviews since he been in Dallas. Like this motherfucker on a gag order. Zone said that Barry Gordy was on before he met Clive. Is that really true? Barry Gordy was in a situation where Father Mike was crazy. Father Mike was bananas. Anyway, that Barry Gordy was popular. Barry Gordy was bigger, and this is true about most black people. Barry Gordy was bigger in Europe than he was in America. Believe it or not. I learned that from Malik Yusef. Malik Yusef is on good money, good music. Anyway, Kanye shit. He part of Kanye label. And it never happened because I got a little legal problems. But me, Malik Yusef, D. Ray Davis, Mona, and a couple of dudes from Public Announcement. We were supposed to do a movie in like 2008, 2009. And I was just talking to them. I just dropped my first book, and I wanted them to do the back of my book, and they was like, whatever. And then they was talking. We talk all the time, man. Me, D. Ray, me and Malik, me and Ryan Fest. I want to forget him. Like we used to talk all the time, and he was telling me shit. And Ryan Fest was fucking with Clive Davis, cause he had just got $2 million to make that song, brand new shit. But so he was chopping up with Clive, and we was talking all the time back then. And it was like they was like, oh, run your own race, folks. It was like, man, don't worry about Chicago. They was just talking about Chicago. It was like, man, don't worry about Chicago. And then Malik was like, man, I just went gold. My last album went gold. I said, man, when you drop an album, he said, man, I dropped it in Britain. He said, I dropped it in Europe. I went gold in Europe. He said, I didn't even release it in the States. He said, man, I sold 1,600 copies in the States, 500,000 copies in Britain. He said, man, for what it is that you do, standing on your manhood like you do, bro, ain't no market for manhood. He told me this in 2008. He was like, ain't no market for that type of manhood in America, bro. It's like, man, you gonna have to take your shit on the road. I ain't never forget that shit. And then like right after that, that's when Nas married Khalees or some shit, and she was talking about she dropped the album only in Europe. Then Usher just dropped a dance record that was only in Europe, and like I'm noticing that. So that's been going on for a long time though. That black artists are big globally, even before they big nationally. But Barry Gordy had bread, but he didn't get to do the soundtrack for Star Wars and all the things that made him like a untouchable until he got with Clive Davis. He was nigger rich. Now he rich. Anyway. The conclusion of what I'm going to say, man, so I'm going to get up out of here. This is what I want to conclude with. At some point in time, heterosexual, tawny, and swarthy men are going to have to remember that they're tawny and swarthy men. And as a man, A man's job is to protect and provide. 90% of protection is prevention. 90%. If you can avoid the problem, it's better than having to fight your way out, right? If I see this stick up man behind a tree and I cross the street, I saved myself. I protected myself. Instead of that 10% chance that he don't get the ups on me because I done went under the shady ass tree. 90% of protection is prevention. Being able to protect yourself is to know who your enemy is. Everybody who they tell you is your enemy ain't your enemy. But everybody that told you your friend is your enemy. Let me say that again because I don't think y'all understand me. Everybody they say is your ops is not ops. But everybody that told you your friend are your ops. Black women are your ops. Ain't no not all. Every motherfucking black woman is your ops, nigga. Without motherfucking hesitation or segregation. Any woman who's tawny or swarthy, because black is a color and a culture. So any person who has the color of that's not your ops, I bet she don't call herself black. I bet she don't. I bet she call herself Indian or Hebrew or some other goofy shit. She don't call herself black. Every motherfucking black woman is your ops. Your mama, your auntie included, nigga. They all your ops. Anybody who suck dick is your ops. Low key, white women your ops. But you're not her ops. So like in their situation, they just trying to promote a fight, but they trying to promote a fight between black men and white men so they can have the number 2 slot. They have a different game. Like you're not her ops. She kind of needs you, but you don't really need her like that. But you do kind of need her because black girls can either fuck you or help you, but they can't do both. So if you want a girl that can help you and fuck you, you might have to get a non-black. But you know, Maria's exist, you know. But low key, everybody your ops. The Africans your ops. The Caribbean dudes is cool. I don't know what's going on in Haiti right now. Haiti kind of off the chain. I think Haiti, everybody ops right now because Haiti off the chain. But generally speaking, the Caribbean, them people cool. Like North American people are cool. You know what I'm saying? Central and North American people are cool. But like once you cross the Atlantic Ocean, generally speaking, Africa is like Europe. Like once you cross the Atlantic, they kind of your ops. They don't fuck with you like that. They don't slide on you like that. They just come over here to fuck white girls and be on their own shit. They don't attack you or nothing. They not like a violent enemy, but they don't fuck with you like that. They're not gonna support you like that. They need you to validate them. Facebook say you got mother ways men in all cultures. So, give a fuck. Let me tell you something, bro. You can change a man. You can't change a woman. No matter how mother raised a male is, it's a lot of dudes that be on some real emotional violence shit. Get locked up, come home 6 years later. They the most peaceful Muslims you'll ever meet. You can change the condition of a man by giving him the result. I don't give a fuck. Get down to lay down. When you lay down, stay down. But here's the difference. If you a mother raised male, I could bust your head to the white meat. Nobody gonna say nothing. But if you are the mother that raised the male, if I bust your head to the white meat, everybody gonna snitch. So she's more dangerous than her son. You ain't gotta take my word on it. You right. It's bitch niggas. That man, you think I don't know bitch niggas? Most rappers are bitch niggas. Most actors are gay. So you know they mama raised males. Most performers are gay. Most rappers are simps. They kill you over a bitch. Most motherfucking politicians are gay. All these motherfucking clergymen is felons. And we know felons that normally come, 90% of all felons come from single mother homes. So the fact that they were felons let you know that they got mother raised energy. All these motherfucking pastors, bro, came out of jail and became, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on none of that shit, bro. That's why you gotta create you can't go by crayon. You gotta start from scratch, be like, yo, this is our constitution, this is our rules, this is our tribal crest, this is how we move. Everybody get down and lay down. If you lay down, stay down. You know what I mean? And move in such a way. Then you don't have to worry about it. Then the most bitch of niggas, they still gonna be ops, but you're gonna see the ops coming. Anyway, I appreciate y'all sliding through, man. This was today's book report. Type of shit I'll be studying. Because to be perfectly honest with you, minus the racism, the Reconstruction era was the best era in American history for black people. And for white people after they hit you with Jim Crow. But depending on which side of the pendulum you're on, it was the greatest time of growth in American history. That period between slavery and the Great Depression. That's why we had the Roaring 20s. Everybody had guap. So you have to look at that period. Y'all keep trying to reinvent the wheel and look outside the box. You ain't got to do all that shit. History repeats. You got to find a little point in time that works for you and duplicate that. And that's the point in time. So when I ask myself, how did black people go from 0% wealth to 2% wealth, which is crazy math, because anything multiplied by 0 is 0. How did they multiply their wealth from 0 and get a 2? What the fuck was they doing right? And how did they get stuck at 2? How are you at 2% of American wealth in 2010? I mean in 1910. You in 0% at 1860. You at 0%. By 1910, you at 2%. And in 2010, you still at 2%. How in the fuck did you get stagnant for 100 years at 2%? And I have to go back and study. Say, man, what stopped the growth? Fucking black women and they Jewish fucking lovers, nigga.
Hey y'all, Masters are coming. He's a coming, y'all. Masters are coming. Here he comes. Look, guys,
stay away from black women. Stay away from Jews. Stay away from niggas who don't know who their real daddy is. Stay away from guys that suck dick, and you'll be alright.
When you give something to a bitch, they don't do nothing but take. That's why you don't give them nothing but the dick. Because they can't take that away. You'll see.
Anyway, as always, guys, man, another shout out to Harold, man, for being the sponsor of the show. Love your brothers as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or say the dice player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from towners. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause I swear she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare.
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying. Now, when these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every die. We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to